Welcome back to the channel, guys. I appreciate y'all stopping through, man. Today we are going to be going over the AMA Arenacross rounds 8 and 9, or nights 1 and 2 of round 8. That whole thing still confuses me a little bit, but we're back in Reno, and they're back at it again, man. These Arenacross tracks are absolutely phenomenal, bro. One thing that I've noticed about them compared to the other tracks, or a lot of other tracks in the game, is that I get stuck on doing hot laps on them. And last week was the worst. Guthrie was an amazing track. It was actually like a Supercross track, but I spun laps on that thing for hours. I love that track. That track was absolutely phenomenal, man. Kells, Quest, Red Rider, everybody that's a part of these, man, absolutely kill it. And they're some of the best tracks in the game, man. And I think that the reason why I get stuck on doing hot laps on these tracks is just because the size of them, you know what I mean? They're not full-length Supercross tracks, with the exception of Guthrie, you know, which I did get stuck on spinning hot laps on too. But just the way they flow, I really enjoy the shorter lap times, the flow, and just the all-around feel of them, I guess. Now, like I said, I don't normally do hot laps, but I have been spinning a lot of laps on these tracks whenever I start playing them, just trying to get, you know, the fastest lap I can in. And with that being said, I think that, you know, if you're one of those guys that likes to hop on a track and try to beat your lap or beat anybody else's laps, these tracks are definitely for you. Like, you're going to love these tracks, man. There ain't no way you don't if you like spinning laps and trying to beat your own time. Now, with them being shorter and stuff, I guess it is a lot easier to figure out exactly where, you know, you could go just a little bit faster or whatever, as opposed to like a motocross track or maybe even a full-scale Supercross track. I guess Supercross, like, I really love it, but I suck so bad at it in MX bikes, bro. It's not even funny. I am terrible at Supercross and MX bikes, so I shy away from it a little bit, you know what I mean? I'm real into the motocross thing. I love motocross tracks. I love that feeling of it. I love Supercross IRL, and I enjoy it in MX bikes, but I suck so bad at it. It's not even funny, dude. I don't know how some of these guys just be killing it the way they do, man. They're just way too fast. But yeah, man, these tracks are absolutely fire. And Quest actually messaged me and corrected me, because I had said the height map was the easy part in last week's video. And so he quoted me and said, "Shots fired." And then he gave me a breakdown of who actually does what. So Quest does the height map, the race data, the general object placement, the track picture. Kells does the textures, object placement, and light mapping. And Red does the arenas, with the exception of Boise and Loveland, which Kells did. Now, up until last week, I had never even heard of light mapping, so that was a new phrase. So evidently there's a lot more to track making that I need to learn still, because I need to learn some height maps. But before we keep talking about this, we're going to move on to the next track. Alright, so now we are on night 2. But yeah, light maps. I've never heard of them until last week. So yeah, I'm going to have to reach out and figure out what that's all about, dude. I definitely am curious, because it sounds like a cool way to manipulate light, maybe? I don't know. Hit me up, Checkers or Quest. Anybody that knows? But yeah, man, you guys got to give those guys credit, man. They do an amazing job on these, and they're grinding these things out. They really are. So I think of all the tracks, though, the round 2, the night 2 versions of them have been my personal favorite for the ones that have the nights 1 and 2. Guthrie only had the 1, I believe, unless I'm mistaken. But the night 2 seem to add more technical stuff to the tracks, whether that's adding a jump here, removing a jump there, or adding a rut, or, you know, on this one they cut off half the jump. Excuse me. And now you can double in and triple and quad that back section, which is really fun to do. But I think overall, just the technicality that they add on the second nights, I really prefer over, you know, the standard version of the track, which would be night 1. I don't know why they do it the way they do. I have not been like in touch with Arenacross at all for a long time. Like, I think prior to playing it in the game recently, I hadn't talked about it or really went and seen it since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I did go to an Arenacross race in the state I live with my dad, and that was definitely fun. But in the game, Arenacross, these tracks especially, are a blast to rip, man. And the guys, like I said, they make them do an incredible job. Now, another thing I wanted to touch on that I forgot all about was they released some in-game whip physics of the whips and stuff in MTG, which is going to be absolutely amazing, man. It looks really good. Now, I know it's only like a wireframe bike and no like actual models for the dirt bikes or anything like that, but just looking at how the suspension compresses and how the bike moves, or, you know, envisioning a bike being there, it's looking promising, man. It really is. I mean, I gotta say, I don't have any doubt at all about the ability of any of the people that are on that team. Everybody that's on that team that I know of are amazing people, and they are great at what they do. So I never once doubted it. There's been quite a few people that have went around speculating like, oh, they're just taking your money, or oh, they're just doing this. It's like, if you knew the people that were behind it, you wouldn't be thinking that. You know what I mean? Because they run legit business. Like, look at the shop. You know what I mean? So definitely Nico, Hell Machine, Stone Rider, Reaper Doc, you know, all the people that I know on there, man. Everybody that I know is, you know, legit, and the fact that they have footage of some sort coming out is awesome, and that's just proving the point further, and that's staying up with their deadline. If you look at their little graph that they released, oh my gosh, we just face planted the living heck out of that. But if you look at the graph they released, in the graph they said that they were going to, you know, release things at this stage, and like this far through the year and stuff like that. So they're holding up to their word, and that's all that matters, man. Because I know for a fact they're not running off of nobody's money. Like, MTG is gonna come out, and if you don't think that by now, or don't understand that by now, I guess that just, I don't know. Maybe you're just a hater, I guess. But yeah, man, definitely go check this track out, man. It's on the shop right now. It's $1.50. You get both tracks with that. Definitely worth it, and it's super fun to spin laps on, man. Really fun. Now, you guys are definitely going to be able to go faster than me. So post down below your fastest lap that you've been able to get. And also shout out to Quest and Reaper Doc and everybody that allows them to send this to me early to ride. I greatly appreciate it. My bad I wasn't able to get the video out on release day. I've been way behind and very busy, so I'm looking to get back on track, man. But other than that, y'all have a blessed day. Hope to see you around. Peace.